we are back and we're going to make some oat biscuits, some sweet oat biscuits. So we're going to need some plain flour, we're going to need some oats, obviously, because they're oat biscuits, and a little pinch of salt and some sugar to make it sweet. I like to use brown sugar, it's a bit more healthy than white sugar. And we're going to need some butter and a little bit of spice. Cinnamon. You can put your own spice, but I like cinnamon. It's nice and sweet and delicious. Wrapped in some warm spice. Now, we're going to use my cup. Remember, this is a cup. We've checked that before. And I'm going to use half a cup of flour. Here we go. Half a cup of flour. In it goes. We're measuring the dry ingredients first. Dry ingredients, and then we're going to rub the butter in. Right. And then 1.5 cups of oats. 1.5 cups of oats. There we go. Look. Oh. Here we go. 1 cup. And then 1/2 cup. Let's have a look. Yes. Put a little bit out because I think it was a bit too much. There we go. 1.5 cups. So 1/2 cup of flour, 1.5 cups of oats, and then a pinch of salt. That's a pinch, yes, with just your fingertips of your helpers, your 3 friends. And we're going to put in 1/2 cup of sugar. Pouring it in carefully. There we go. 1/2 cup of sugar. Yes. And it all goes into my bowl with the dry ingredients. Very, very easy, this recipe. You could cream the butter and the sugar first, but we're just going to mix it nicely because you know why? My butter is really nice and soft, the butter that I'm using today. So I'm going to just mix that together a little bit. Hands are always good, but they have to be clean. Yes, wash your hands. So I'm just going to mix it with my hands just like that. There we go, all nicely mixed, everything. Nice, nice. And then I'm going to use 125 grams of butter. 125 grams of butter. See, look how soft it is because I left it out of the fridge. Okay, so I can just sort of chop it up, but it's very squidgy and soft, so it's fine to just take just like that. Okay, and then comes the fun part, but remember, clean hands, always. There's my special ingredient I forgot to put in. Cinnamon. Yes, thank you for reminding me. So I'm going to put it on the sprinkly part. There we go, the sprinkle part. See? And then I'm just going to sprinkle in. It's about 1/4 teaspoon, give or take, about. Okay, so now I'm going to put the oats over the butter so that it's not, so that I can start now using my fingertips to rub it all in. Rub it in, rub it in. It is a little bit crumbly, this mixture. That's the way it is because of the oats. Okay, and we wanted to have that nice sort of texture because otherwise it may as well just be plain flour biscuits, which are good, but they're just not oat biscuits. Okay, so they do stick a little bit to your hands because they must have a nice amount of butter. See, so let's see if we can stick this into a nice ball. Okay, right. It must be a little bit sticky to your fingers. That's the sugar and the butter that does that. But look at that, it's like a ball. So that's fine. And then I'm just going to take that bit off. You know what? At this point, you can lick your fingers, but then go and wash your hands. Because if you lick your fingers when you're baking, then you have to straight away go and wash your hands. Yes, you're welcome to lick your fingers, but then every time you do, you have to wash your hands so that you're not putting your germs into the food. Now what we do, we're going to roll these biscuits out. We're not going to use a rolling pin. We're going to put them in little balls and then squash them. Now, because this mixture has got sugar in it, it can stick a little bit more easily to the tray. So we are going to grease it. Even though my tray is non-stick, it's easier if I grease it, then the biscuits definitely won't stick. And I saved a little bit of paper from my butter wrapper, and I'm just going to take a little smidgen, a little smear of butter on my paper, and I'm just going to rub it all over my baking tray. Just like that, simple. So then my biscuits won't stick. Perfect. Done. Now I'm going to take little bits of this mixture and I'm going to squash it. Remember, it's quite crumbly because of all those lovely oats. But when it bakes, the sugar and the butter will stick it together. So I'm going to take little balls like that, and then I'm going to do that. And with this part of my hand, it's called the heel of your hand. It's where your thumb comes down. So imagine your thumb is like your foot, and there's your toe, and there's your heel. Okay, so that's called the heel of your hand. I'm going to squash it with that part. Carefully. Okay, just like that. So I'm going to squash my little ball together. Squish, squash, squash. And then onto the tray and squash it. There we go. Right, I'm going to finish those, and then it's going to go into the oven at 160 degrees to bake until it's ready. About maybe 20 minutes, depends on your oven. Okay, some ovens are a little bit cooler and take a bit longer. Some ovens are hot and they're quicker. Okay. Into the oven for about 20 minutes, but keep an eye on them. I can start smelling my biscuits. Smelling delicious. Now, I've got my racks ready to put the biscuits on when they come out of the oven. They're going to be hot, and that'll cool them down a bit quicker, and it'll help to keep them crisp as they cool too. Now, when I take them out, I'm going to need my oven glove. Yes! Look at those, don't they look good? They're out of the oven, and we're going to put them onto the cooling racks. That's right. So let's just hold our baking tray like that, and we're going to put our biscuits onto the rack carefully. They're crumbly, remember, they've got all those delicious oats in, and they are quite crumbly. When your biscuits are cool, put them in an airtight container to keep them crisp and fresh.